Is it possible to accelerate didactical innovation processes by building new kinds of collaboration between different institutions in the higher education scenario? May MOOCs in general represent a chance to foster collaboration between teachers and instructional designers coming from different countries and different cultures? In our experience with the series MOOCs for Teachers, hosted by Polimi Open Knowledge platform, it is happening, and this experience seems to be one of the first documented examples of international collaboration among higher education institutions in the MOOC design process. MOOCs for Teachers series is the result of a partnership between the Italian University Politecnico di Milano and the national French institution Université Numérique Ingénierie et Technologie, UNIT Consortium. The partnership is aimed at contributing to the design, production and dissemination of MOOCs about didactical innovation, whose main target are teachers in higher education institutions. This series represents an example of international collaboration during the design phase. The series is based on 4 MOOCs, 2 of them already online, To Flip or Not to Flip, about flipped classroom methodology, and Using Open Educational Resources in Teaching. And 2 of them will be launched during 2017. The MOOCs of this series are connected to each other and explore different features of didactical innovation. Since the very generation of the series, Politecnico di Milano strongly believed in the opportunity to involve other universities and individual teachers in order to discuss and design the pedagogical approach to be transversally applied in all the MOOCs of this series, and to share ideas and approaches with professionals and experts coming from other academic contexts. The MOOCs in the series are thus built in a collaborative way, counting on the contribution of experts and experimenters coming from all over the world. Participants are free to choose their own path in the whole series of MOOCs. They can choose an informative path, which requires only a final test, or they might prefer a more active path, taking the chance to enjoy different activities to support reflection and deep understanding. They can also join a more collaborative path, in which they are invited to share their own experiences and their evaluations and reconstructions of meaning together with other participants in the forum. Everybody can shift from one path to the others whenever they feel like doing it, of course. The first MOOC we designed in the series, To Flip or Not to Flip, is about flipped classroom methodology. It was first released at the beginning of 2016. We invited as contributors professionals who already tried at international level the flipped classroom methodology and asked them to record a video interview to share their direct experience in the MOOC. We received videos interviews from Penn State University, USA, École Polytechnique Fédérale de Lausanne, from Switzerland, Leiden University from Netherlands, University of Zurich, still from Switzerland, and École de Pont Paris Tech from France. We made the post-production of all video in-house at METID. To build the theoretical parts of the course with a strong practical attitude, we had the chance to involve an international expert in the field, Ariane Dumont, who shared with us references, didactical materials, documents used for the preparation of lessons, ideas and doubts. The first edition of To Flip or Not to Flip had around 2,000 participants with a 31% rate of completion, intended as the number of people who achieved the final certificate. Let's now focus on the evolution from the MOOC about flipped classroom to the MOOC about OERs, which is the second of the series. Using OERs in Teaching is the title. Starting from the analysis done at the end of the first one, we decided to make testimonies lighter, but we strongly believe in maintaining experiences under the spotlight. So we searched for new guests willing to share their direct experiences, the challenges they encountered and the chances they offered to innovate didactic. But in this new MOOC, we believed it would have been more effective to have inspiring videos about the concept of OERs, their history and the motivations we could bring to participants in order to raise their awareness about the theme and convince them to adopt OERs through the voice of relevant professionals of the sector involved as advocates. The adopted approach was thus slightly different from the one adopted in To Flip or Not to Flip, because of the intrinsic nature of the OERs themselves. So we started contacting some of the most relevant testimonials we could involve, and most of them were enthusiastic to take part in our projects, thanks to their kindness, their belief in the mission of OERs and their commitment. In order to collect all the videos with these guests, we sometimes tried to record them in contingent settings, in the corridor of a conference, in an office offered by the president of a faculty at the last moment, or from home, using a web conferencing system. Sometimes succeeded in recording them taking care of all quality aspects in a studio at our office. We launched this MOOC on Polimi Open Knowledge platform during autumn 2016 with more than 450 participants coming from all over the world, from Italy to Malaysia, from Kenya to United States. Also in this MOOC, we proposed an initial survey in order to investigate the profile of participants and their expectations about the MOOC. And the final questionnaire aimed at investigating the perception about the MOOC after taking the course. Since the whole series of MOOCs for teachers was launched in order to strongly promote didactical innovation, we decided to introduce in the questionnaire a specific item about the perceived role of OERs in relation with didactical innovation itself. In the initial questionnaire, it emerged that the participants considered OERs relevant for didactical innovation at a medium degree. After taking the course, in the final questionnaire, it emerged that the perceived relevance of OERs to innovative didactics shifts to the higher levels of the scale. This is consistent with the main aim of the MOOC, which is to raise awareness. We are proud to share also that the Open Education Consortium selected our MOOC using OERs in teaching as the winner of the Award of Excellence 2017 in the category OER MOOC. The collaborative approach we adopted at international level in the MOOCs for Teachers series with due adaptation might be reused in other academic contexts if suitable. For Politecnico di Milano, it is an ongoing, meaningful experience, since it allows the international team of instructional designers and teachers with their specific experiences in different contexts and cultures to work together and to reciprocally enhance the chances to learn on the job. MOOCs are, from this perspective, a concrete educational resource, also for the design team in itself. They foster teachers and instructional designers to rethink their role in the specific context and their contribution to these design activities and their ability to learn from each other while reaching a better shared result. Thus, the one described is not only a shared design experience, it becomes a reciprocal teaching experience and an enlarged international collaboration experience, which are high objectives in the evolution of the academic scenario and are consistent both with the growing need of internationalization of university and the sharing knowledge perspectives promoted by the third mission of universities. We look forward to continuing this international collaboration in the next years in order to enhance as much as possible our attitude to effective, innovative design.